Thanks so much for stopping in today. In today's video, I will be sharing part 2 of my fall decorate with me. If you caught my first video, then you know it was my very first YouTube video, and I shared with you all how I decorated my living room for fall. And in today's video is just a continuation of that, and I will be decorating my dining room, my kitchen nook area, and a little bit of my foyer. So I don't do a lot on my kitchen table. I like to keep it as a low profile. I love the look of large arrangements, but they don't function well for me because I have to have a eye line of sight for people if we're sitting across the table from each other. So on my table, all I do is switch out the greenery for some fall foliage. I use my fall owl salt and pepper shakers, and then the little rock pumpkin looking thing that just says share the harvest with us. Moving on to the buffet area, just created a small little vignette over here. We use this often when we're entertaining, especially for Thanksgiving. I might set desserts up over here or little hors d'oeuvres in this area. So I like to keep it pretty simple so that when the time comes, I don't have to move a lot of things around in order to make it functional. And if you caught my last video, then you know that I mentioned I'm constantly having to decorate around speakers or gaming systems or something. It just is what it is, and I'm okay with it. We all love good sound. My husband specifically loves really good, clear sound, so just part of the territory. So later in the day, I decided to come back and switch out the white pumpkin for the green pumpkin. Not sure which one I prefer, but the green pumpkin is what's currently there now.
Turn off. Turn off.
And this wreath that I hang on my pantry door is from Kirkland's, and then the little thankful placard or metal piece that's in there is actually from Dollar Tree. It came in a 3-pack, and I think they said grateful, thankful, and blessed maybe. I can't remember, but there was just 3 of them, and I just attached it with some floral wire. And this is just an older fall dish towel that I hang on my dishwasher since it gets used pretty often, versus the ones that are hanging on the oven. They don't get used much. They're mainly for decoration. And this is just our little coffee area. We are really simple folks when it comes to coffee. I don't like a lot of syrups or flavored coffee or anything like that. Just coffee, cream, and sugar for me. And I love tea also. My husband does use the flavored creamer, which is like French vanilla. But aside from that, we're pretty basic when it comes to coffee. So I don't need a big or elaborate coffee setup. I just have this tiered tray here on the side that I keep my coffee pods and cream and sugar containers. And then later on, you'll see I come in and I actually switch out. I found the little pumpkin containers at Dollar General. And so I just switched out my cream and sugar. And yes, I use powdered creamer. It's just what I like. Don't hold it against me. But yes, so my cream and my sugar, I switched it out later on to the pumpkin cream and sugar containers. And because I switched out the containers after I started decorating a little bit for Halloween, there's a sneak peek of one of the little pieces of Halloween decor that I incorporated, my little Halloween owl. And I believe he's from Dollar Tree. And this is just our downstairs powder room. Don't do a lot in here, just switch out the foliage for fall foliage, and that's about it. Those pictures on the wall, you do see those ghosts hanging or stuck to them. My son picked those out, and so we were just looking for places to put them, and that's where one of the places we decided. So I'm moving on to my dining room, and this is basically where I've housed everything while I decorated the rest of the house. I kept a few things because I knew I wanted to decorate the dining room with them. So what you see there left over is basically what I plan to use in the dining room for the most part. And true to form, it does change just a little bit towards the end. You'll see that. Just going to go ahead and get the table cleaned off and pull out the runner that I plan on using on the dining room table. So if you ever wonder what it's like to start a YouTube channel with no experience, no special equipment, did I mention no experience? Nothing, like using all the basic stuff that you can use for free that's out there in the world. This is it. So hopefully I'll get better at it. Right now, what you're seeing is no special lighting, no special setups, no nothing. Using all the free instrumental music that they offer on the editing app, and we're just gonna roll with it. Gotta start somewhere, and this is my starting point. I have such a love-hate relationship with this runner. I loved it when I saw it. I bought it on Amazon, I believe, and it looks so soft and flowy and elegant. And I can just never get it to look that way for me in real life. I've had it for a couple of years now, and every time I use it, I think this is going to be the last time I use it, but I'm a glutton for punishment, and I keep going back trying to make it work. So here I am trying to make it work, and you will notice that I kind of go back and forth with this runner a lot. It's still there. It hasn't changed. That doesn't mean it won't. And these are just some battery operated candles that I ordered from Amazon. I've had these for a few years now. If I can find some similar or the same ones, I'll try to link them below. But I love them because you can set them up on a timer where they'll come on at a specific time at night, and then you can also set them up so where you can keep them on for a certain amount of time. So if you want them on for 2, 4, 6, or 8 hours, you can set them to stay on for as long as you like. And these are just some unscented candles that I picked up from the clearance section at Kirkland's. They were on clearance for I think $3.50, and then the day I went in there was an additional percentage off of the clearance items. So they were like $1.25, $1.35, something like that each. And I think they had about 4 or 5 of them in stock, and I picked up all of them. I prefer to burn unscented candles at the dining room tables. That way the scent of the candles is not competing with the scent of any food that we're eating. And because I'm constantly tweaking things around here, this is what this section looks like today. Just changed it up a little bit. And then I also found, I couldn't find a bag of pine cones that I used during fall and Christmas. And when I put them up last, I put them up with my Christmas items, so they weren't where I could get to them easily with the fall items. But I found them. I actually had kept them in a bag separate, but I just didn't know where the bag was. And I found the bag, and so I actually incorporated some pine cones into the tablescape, which I'll probably show that in another video. I might do just a quick video, sort of a house tour, but not really a house tour, but just showing all of the fall decorations in the evening, on their own, not with me actually decorating. So that might be another video coming up, maybe just a quick video, and it'll probably include some of what I did for Halloween as well. And this section right here, I did this this is probably one of the first areas that I decorated. So that's why you don't see any decorations on the mantle, because this was done prior, and this was just the best place to put the footage in. So I know I mentioned in my previous video that these are probably late by YouTube standards for fall decor. However, our fall decor, we leave it up in our home until the day after Thanksgiving. I've always decorated for Christmas the day after Thanksgiving, and I will probably continue to do that. It's just the way I've always done it. So we will enjoy our fall decor until Thanksgiving. We typically host Thanksgiving in our home, and I like for our home to be decorated for fall when we host. So we'll get to enjoy these decorations from now until the day after Thanksgiving, and then everything comes down. And then that weekend, I don't do Black Friday shopping or anything like that. We sit around, we eat leftovers, and I decorate for Christmas. And so that's what we'll be doing again this year. So that's when you can expect to see any Christmas decorating from me. I don't do it in November. Again, it's the day after Thanksgiving. I will incorporate some Halloween in here, and that will probably be my next video. And won't be a lot, just a little bit to appease my 6-year-old and make it a little fun for him. And then the day after Halloween stuff will come down, and we'll just be back to fall until the day after Thanksgiving. So if you haven't decorated for fall yet and you plan on it, maybe this video will give you a little bit of inspiration to go ahead and get it done, and you still have plenty of time to enjoy it. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Again, these are some of the things that I'm going to be incorporating for Halloween, and that'll be my next video. If you got any inspiration, thumbs up the video and consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one.